Okay, the news earlier was the president of Brazil, is it the president?
Yes.
Bolsonaro?
Yes,
he has
Bolsonaro.
He's got the virus.
We heard it from his son tweeting.
And he was
confirming.
in America recently.
Yes.
Shook hands with the president at Mar-a-Lago.
Yes, he's having a second test. The results of that will be known at noon Eastern, but the first test showed a positive for the virus.
So now there's a meeting inside the White House, the president's chief of staff convening the meeting. What are we going to do with this? Doctor.
I want to make this even more complicated. Unfortunately, it isn't simply getting somebody tested to make sure. If anyone that had close contact with the Brazilian president, the test may not be positive initially. You may actually have to self-quarantine if you had close contact. Now, what do I define close contact as? One handshake, I wouldn't. But again, what's close contact? Could someone have coughed or sneezed on you, touched surfaces?
Okay, let's get real. Is there sufficient risk here to suggest that the president might have to self-quarantine?
Depends on if he gets tested, what it is, how much time has passed, what symptoms there were. It's something that must be considered.
Okay.
Should be considered.
This is a fast-flowing situation.
Should be considered. Need to know exactly what his exposure was, how long ago it was, and if he's tested, whether it's negative.
Okay, the news is quite clear. There is a meeting going on, I believe, right now in the White House. The Chief of Staff has convened the meeting, the top aides in the White House.
Correct.
And they're discussing what to do because the president of Brazil has the virus. He met with and shook hands with the president. Okay? That's the news.
Yeah.
We don't know whether a test is justified or required.
Well, that will be up to the president's doctor
Dr. Conley, he's a very level-headed guy. He's going to make the right decision.
And world leaders being quarantined because we heard that Trudeau's wife, Sophie Gregor, is now, she has tested positive for coronavirus as well. Yeah. So the Canadian couple are now quarantined.
Okay.